for some girl chat. Who's ready? You ready?
I'm so ready.
Well, let's get right into it. First up, raising a family is no easy task for any parent, but some people face an additional challenge when they take on the role of being a step-parent. When discussing the role of a stepmom, Lindsay Ferrier of the Huffington Post said, quote, "A good stepmom is physically and emotionally available when her stepkids need and want her to be. And she backs off and becomes a behind-the-scenes supporter to her husband's parenting when they don't."
Ooh, it's awesome.
Now,
I like that.
Adrienne,
Yes.
you about to be a stepmama.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Have you thought about that role?
I have. I really have thought about it. And honestly, I'm really excited about it.
Really?
I am excited. He's got incredible children.
He does.
There's so much, right? You guys have met them.
They're
Yeah.
amazing kids.
They are awesome. And actually, some of them aren't kids. 2 of them are
know.
adults. So they're living their, like, adult life. And I love that I get to be a part of that and see that. And Israel is a phenomenal father. And I think they have a great dad and they have an amazing mom. So it's kind of like the quote said, I get to kind of be there supportive and absolutely be there for them emotionally, physically. Whatever they need me, in any capacity they need me, I am absolutely always going to be there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, okay.
It's a
All
big
right,
role.
that's nice.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm about to be,
Let's get real.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go, be honest.
Okay, so, what, have you discussed, like, can you discipline them?
Yeah, like what if you
Okay.
catch one of them like
They're
doing
older
something?
though, you guys. Like the youngest
You,
one is 13.
13?
But
Oh, yeah.
13's
Okay,
young.
now you guys
No,
don't.
13 can get it to a mess.
You know
The
my.
youngest
you
is
know
how old? No, she's actually she's like
different.
13 going on 21.
Yes,
She's so mature.
So I got really, really blessed, you guys. They're not normal kids.
They're
like
really
world changers.
mature.
They're kind. They're wise. They are gracious.
But let's
so,
just
like,
say,
I got really blessed.
But let's just say,
You haven't made no plans about that.
Okay,
Yes,
I
what-
think that their dad should be the disciplinary. That's
Okay,
just my
that's what
opinion.
I'm asking.
I would feel more comfortable if they discipline. But I will say this: they're cool enough that if I had to say something, that if I was like, man, I don't think that was the greatest thing, they are wise enough to be like, I get it, and you can talk to them. They're not like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they can absorb that kind of information.
Yeah.
You can see Adrienne discipline.
I know.
Discipline
No,
in the
I
kids.
want to see that
My
side of
version
version of discipline. They know exactly what it would be. I'd be like, don't be doing that. But like,
Okay,
I'm like
yeah.
the fun. We have
Right.
a good time, but I think they know if I was like, don't do that.
What do you want them to call you once you get married?
We actually had this conversation, and it was weird because we said that the stereotype of the name stepmom sounds so mean. It sounds like the evil stepmom. And then also at the same time, when I introduce them to people, I hate the idea of being like, these are my stepchildren.
Yeah,
like
it
that sounds
sounds-
so
yeah,
negative.
yeah.
So we're figuring out a name. What do you guys think? Like, what do you say?
Your squad.
I like that. This is our squad. And I'm telling you, they would love that.
You should have them, and I think we kind of talked
Yeah.
about this, you should have them come up with a name that
Yeah.
they feel comfortable
For sure.
to call you.
Yeah.
So it's like
so
a
it makes
clique.
it comfortable
But
for everybody.
I like that
right?
they call me A. I like that they have their own little nicknames for me. They call me AB, but like, I do think that is a great idea.
Yeah.
Well, like when they introduce you, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
It's
when they tell their friends who you are.
I'm just trying to get into it. All
I'm
right.
thinking about it. I really am thinking about it. Call me.
Israel.
They say that's that. They'll say
Israel,
that's my
what do you
dad.
Come on, Israel.
Israel, what do
Put
you
that
want?
water down.
He does not want to be on camera right
Put
now.
the bottle of water down. We're not paying
Babe,
for
what do
that.
they call me? They just say.
They just call you A, but
What
if
would you
someone were
want
to
them
say, who is she? What do they say?
they would probably say my dad's wife, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Something like that.
Or
dad.
my stepmom.
No, they don't really.
I don't think they would, honestly.
My
I have
dad,
a
how
question.
about my dad's
Because
boo?
it sounds mean.
I like
I
that
have a
even better,
question.
Jeannie.
I have a question for you, because she said she would be fine with just you disciplining the kids. Would you feel comfortable if she disciplined them? Because I think she's pretty freaking amazing. She'll know how to do it.
What kind of discipline are you going to give a 13
I'm
and a
not
15-year-old right
spanking
now?
her. Like,
No, but
are you going to be like, go to
if
your
she-
room, or you're grounded, or something
Like,
like that?
could she ground them?
Or like, no,
I'm not doing that.
You don't want to do it.
Okay, we're
sure.
gonna be good cop, bad cop, and I am the good one.
She's
Okay.
going to be the good cop.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Now, another thing is, I know that I got a lot of reaction on Twitter and Instagram. I read all your comments, you guys, good and bad. But people were confused, you know, in general, that in the past I've said I wouldn't want to date, or I had issues with dating somebody that had children. Or like that sort of thing, those kind of comments. And I have to say to you, in life, you can say something like that and you can make a very final statement, and then someone comes into your life and changes all your plans.
Right.
Yes.
And for some reason,
That's right.
if the idea of that didn't work out for me before and it sounded like, well, what is that gonna mean? You know, they already experienced that with somebody else. He's been married before. And I for sure suffered from all those insecurities before, trust me.
Right.
I don't feel any of that in this relationship. I just don't. I can't tell you what that is. Maybe that's the peace of God. I don't feel those same insecurities.
It's called
at all.
evolving. It's called evolving,
up.
and that's what happens with life. You evolve in life, and nothing's wrong with saying, you know, this is what happened yesterday, and now this is what I feel today.
I have the right to grow.
Exactly.
Right, hello, it's true love.
I was about to say, and it's called
love.
falling in love.
love.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you did.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It also makes a difference. For all you dads out there that are dating a woman, or you really want to have a permanent relationship with somebody, or you want to marry them, it is really important for the man to take a stance. You are the father, you call the shots, and I think the way you treat that woman is how your children are going to treat that woman. If you establish that she is to be respected, she is to be loved, I plan on having a life with this woman, it changes the situation. I thank God for you, Israel, because you've made it such an easy transition. You've always included me. You never made me feel like an outsider to the family.
Don't make me cry. Stop it.
That makes a difference.
Let's give a hand to Israel for coming in. Thank you.
He's not even ready. He's just chilling
I know.
over there.
He over there.
Well, we can all agree that whether you're a mom or a stepmom, teaching manners is important.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and not interrupting someone while they're speaking
What
should
you
be at
mean?
the top of the list. I'm just saying, I have a 3.5-year-old who's always like, Ma, 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 Ma. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm talking with grown-ups. Grown-ups are talking. So whether you're interrupting someone because you just can't hold in your excitement, or you weren't paying attention.
When you gonna finish this? What are you trying to say?
Lonnie! You're doing exactly what I'm talking about. You're interrupting.
Listen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have to listen.
This is just a long
You have
speech.
to pay attention.
And you know what?
Come on, Dan.
The producers told me to do this to you because they wanted me to prove the point. Now you can finish.
Okay.
Okay, go, Tam. Don't listen to her. Go,
It's
Tam.
so annoying.
Well, knowing that you're a serial interrupter can be the first step with dealing with the problem. So, one at a time, Lonnie. Have you ever been told that you have this issue? Have you guys ever been told that you're an interrupter?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You guys tell me all the time. What are you talking about? What I will say is this. If I don't interrupt you, you should be offended, because that means I don't care about what you're saying.
Thank you.
I'm not excited. You didn't evoke anything in me to contribute something. I just don't care. I'm probably thinking about something else. I didn't even hear you.
Thank you.
But if I get excited, that's when I cut people
And
off.
sometimes at this table, you gotta interrupt because you won't get nothing said.
That's so
what I'm
true.
saying.
I will say this, y'all. I never was an interrupter until I did this show.
You have
Exactly.
If
I
I don't get
encourage
in, I'm dying.
No.
Because
Exactly.
you remember in the beginning, I was like,
Yeah, you over there trying to be polite.
Yeah.
And look where that got you.
Hello, now I'm like, hey, excuse me, I gotta talk.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yes.
It feels
You feel good?
It
You
does.
feel
So y'all
good.
taught me how to interrupt.
There you
I
go.
don't feel like it's on purpose when we interrupt each other,
No,
though.
it
'cause-
comes out of excitement.
Yes.
And I just interrupted. Oh my
See?
God.
Good job. Good job. But I always think that, like, I've always said that I think with my mouth. Like,
Yes.
you know how some
Yes.
people, okay, all right, but like, people have like a thought and then it travels through your brain and it comes out through your mouth after you think about it.
Yes.
God kind of snipped mine a little short because it just zooms right out.
No.
Your filter
Let me
is
tell
very
you about
short.
your thoughts, Jeannie.
What?
It just don't go through. It takes a plane and a train, and then it does a jog, and then it comes through. sometimes you have us over here on this side. We be like, where is she going
Yes.
with this? Where?
Jeannie always takes a detour.
Yeah.
Always.
Because you get, listen to me, you get to the point, and your point is good.
Yeah.
But I just want to be awake when you get to the point. That's all I'm saying.
That is true, Jeannie.
No,
but at least you say it with excitement.
Yes, I
You
do.
always are committed.
Well, she's animated too about it, because she
Yes.
gonna throw in some voices, and then she gonna describe what she did and what she ate and what it looked like and this and that. And be like, oh, yeah, what we gonna get to?
Yes, exactly. No, I'm just making sure every single one of you and you guys are paying attention to the details. Okay.
Yes.
Now, thank you. Now, one thing people have been speaking out on a lot is the idea behind power posing. Have you guys heard of this? Power posing, okay. It's where you stand in a certain way to give yourself more confidence.
Oh.
Now, it seems that one of the main authors behind power posing has become one of its biggest skeptics. Yes, a switcheroo, a 180. Dana Carney recently admitted that she now does not believe that the effects of power posing are real. She says that because of the way the experiment was run, power posing does not have the positive psychological effects she originally thought it did. You guys see what I'm saying? So she was all about it one day, and now she's like, no, actually, it's a bunch of boo-hickey. So what do you think? Do power poses work for you, or do you think they're just dumb?
I think they're dumb.
You do?
Well, I don't get it. I'm supposed to stand like Superman and then I'm supposed to become Superman? I don't get it.
Okay.
You power pose, though.
Oh, my
No,
God.
I
I'm
do
telling you
too,
guys-
but I had no idea what I was doing. I was just.
What does that even mean? What is...
Okay, in an easy sense, power posing is a pose like that, like a
So I'm gonna walk into a room like...
But guess what? Every single one of you ladies here at this table, you guys do power pose.
Yeah.
You take on it. You guys are all seasoned because you know you've been in front of the camera. You know what pose to do so that you don't feel insecure. Because let me tell you, if you stand in front of a camera like this, or you're doing this when you're doing interviews, you're not conveying a powerful message. And a lot of people who aren't on camera don't know this. So actually, I really do believe in power poses, because if you don't have like a good 3 in the back of your mind for that first job interview, for that first date, or when you need to confront somebody, guess what? You're not going to feel the way you want inside to come out.
I agree.
So it's true.
Let me see your power pose.
Mine? Well, okay, mine would have to be, it depends on what I'm wearing.
Okay.
But if I'm wearing a dress like this, then it would be one leg in front of the other, and a hand on my hip, and an ow.
You better show that slim arm.
Right? You know what I mean? You have one too.
Tam is good at her power
I'm
pose.
not. You guys,
This
it's
is
not
just
power
good
posing
picture
to me.
posing.
You just
Someone
pose.
said if you put your hands like this, you'll just look skinnier. So that's what I do. And then they said if you cross your leg, you'll look better as well.
That's a skinny pose and just a good picture pose.
Yeah.
How does it give you power?
I don't know. I didn't know.
I guess it just exudes.
Yes.
You feel, because like I have to hold my stomach in when I do mine.
Lonnie, do you have to stick your tongue out? Is that necessary?
Lonnie, you're making lungs on the camera.
Lonnie, you just...
Not no power pose. I just do a pose.
Lonnie
did
don't
a-
feel like...
That was a sexual
Lonnie
pose.
was talking to all the men out there with that.
Yeah.
No, it's so true, though, you guys. I really want you to look at yourself in the mirror and figure out what are the poses that make you feel strong and confident. You guys, I promise it works just like a smile. When you smile,
Take
it actually...
a selfie and put it and then hashtag it and send it to the reel, all right?
There you go.